Hello everyone. So this is Professor Pramod V. Patil from the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, HSIT in Association. So in this video lecture we are going to see the concepts of 8051 microcontroller. So what are the things we will be covering, we will be seeing in this video lecture is about the first module, that is module 1, 8051 microcontroller introduction. So the things we are going to study in this video lecture is the difference between microprocessor and controller, and embedded system, then embedded microcontrollers we are going to see, then architecture of 8051 and its register, then the pin diagram of 8051, then IO ports and its functions, and internal memory organization we are going to see. Then it is about the external memory, it is about the RAM and ROM and RAM interfacing. So first of all, why do we learn the microcontroller? So most of the things, whatever the electronic gadgets we see around us, all of the gadgets will be designed through this microcontroller only. If we take any of the electronic gadgets which is performing some task, so it is designed using the microcontroller. So most of them, some of them are designed using the microprocessor, and some of them are designed using the microcontroller. So to know how this microcontroller will be used in embedded devices or any such kind of the devices, we need to know regarding this microcontroller first. So if you want to categorize the different products we will be having, different things we will be using around us. So where the microcontrollers can be used is like personal information products. So in personal information products we have cell phones, pagers, watch, pocket, recorder, calculator. So in this case we will need to use the microcontroller. Similarly, laptop components like mouse, keyboard, keyboard, modem, fax card, sound card, battery charger, like this. Then home appliances we have like door lock, alarm clock, thermostat, air conditioner, TV remote, VCR, smart refrigerators, exercise equipment, like this. There are so many equipments. Then industrial equipment like temperature, pressure controller, then counter, timer, RPM controllers, then some of the toys like video games, cars, etc. So these are the some of the electronics things we will be surrounded with. So like this, there are so many elements we will be having around us. So if we want to know the brain or the central processing unit, where all the things will be happening, how these things can be, how these things are working internally. So if you want to know these things, then we need to study the microcontroller in detail. Then the next thing is, what is a microcontroller? Microcontroller is a smaller computer, as you can say, as you can see here. So it is just can be imagined that it is having a central processing unit, some of the memories like RAM and ROM, then we have IO ports, timer and serial COM port connected. So this is what we can imagine a microcontroller as. So if you want to know the different example for this microcontroller is, it is 6811, that is from Motorola. Then 8051, that's what we are studying, that is from the Intel. Then ZF from the Zalog, and PIC like the 16 series. So this is the where you can see how the microcontroller can be arranged. Then how this microcontroller is going to differ from the microprocessor. So as we know, microprocessor is meant for the general purpose, you can have the different applications on this microprocessor. You can redesign your microprocessor so that it can be taken for any other application, whereas microcontroller is meant for a particular fixed application. So here you can see like general purpose microprocessor, like a CPU for computers, no, and here no RAM, ROM, IO chips, these things whatever we can have on the microcontroller, these are not available. So we need to connect them peripheral externally we need to connect them, like RAM, ROM, IO ports, timer, serial COM port, everything has to be connected externally to the microprocessor. So the example for this is Intel's 86, then Motorola's 680. So next, if we want to compare the microprocessor with microcontroller, so in case of the microprocessor, we have RAM, ROM, IO timers, like they are connected externally. Whereas in case of this microcontroller, CPU, RAM, ROM, IO, these IO ports and timers and all those things are available on chip. Whereas in this case, the designer can decide what kind of RAM, what amount of RAM, ROM you can have to work microprocessor. Whereas in case of a controller, everything is predefined and everything is available on chip. And this is microprocessor is somewhat expensive compared to microcontroller. Then this is highly bit addressable. Whereas microprocessor is versatile and it is meant for the particular fixed application, and this is for the general purpose, and this is meant for the control is meant for the like single purpose or single fixed application. So next thing is, if you want to look into the evolution of this microprocessor and microcontroller, so how this thing has happened. So in case of the microprocessor, the first microprocessor was invented, it was in 1976. It was the 6800. Then later, 6801 was introduced. So these like series of the microprocessor was introduced by Motorola, and it was introduced in 1976, and this is how the microprocessor has evolution has started. That is, in case of the microcontroller, uh, Intel has started its first microcontroller, that is 8048, and it has having 1 kilobyte of EEPROM and 64 bytes of RAM only, and it was only 8-bit. It was having the 8-bit timer and 27 IO pins, and this was introduced in the same year, that was in 1976. So after the 8048 in 1976, next it is 8051, which was introduced in 1988. So which is having 4 kilobytes of ROM, 128 bytes of RAM, and it is having a serial port and two 16-bit timers and the 32 IO pins, which was introduced in the 1980s. So after that, in 1982, there was one another microcontroller, which is 8096, which is a 16-bit controller. So 8051 is 8-bit controller, and this 8096 is 16-bit controller. So later, the Intel again introduced one more, like 80C196. So this is a 16-bit series controller, and it is mainly meant for the industrial application. So in the meanwhile, like in the 1985, so Microchip has introduced its own microcontroller, that is PIC 16C64. It's a 8-bit controller they have introduced. So after that, in the same years, IBM introduced its 32-bit microcontroller. IBM and Motorola introduced, and that is called as a MPC 505, which was a 32-bit RISC controller. So there was one more, like 403J. It is a 32-bit RISC embedded controller, again which was designed by the IBM. So now in the latest era, we have ARM controllers. So that is advanced RISC machine controllers. So this is it was whatever the different gadgets we have, like iPods or the mobiles. For that, these ARM controllers will be used. So this ARM controller will be designed by the ARM company, and it is having the it is a 32-bit controller, and which can be used for many of the applications, like many of the high-end applications like mobiles, laptops, or the computer system. So this ARM controller can be used. So next we are going to look into the types of microcontroller. So this classification is based upon the different criteria, based upon the bits, based upon how they are manufactured, based upon the memory devices, based upon its family, based upon the instruction set, based upon the memory architecture. So in case of the bits, there are three different variants we have on the in the microcontroller. Like it's 8-bit microcontroller, 16 and 32. Then it can be designed, like controllers can be designed on single IC chip, or it can be using a VLSI core, like using some FPGA devices or CPLD devices. Then on the, if you want to look into the memory devices, it can be embedded array using the external memory. Then comes for the family, where we have the 8051, like it is designed from Intel, Philips, Atmel, Siemens or Dulles. Then we have Motorola, so different microcontroller, PIC microcontroller, Hitachi's, then Texas, ARM, and so there are some other companies also which are manufacturing this microcontroller. Then based upon the instruction set, we have RISC controller and sys controller. And if based upon the architecture, like we have Harvard architecture and Princeton architecture. So next, the different series of microcontrollers from the different companies. So here it is the list where we have different company like Atmel, ARM we have. Then Intel, from Intel we have different variants. In 8-bit variants we have 8xC42, MCS48, MCS51, then 8xC251. So this one we are mainly concentrating on. Then 16 bits MCS96 and MXS296. Then National Semiconductors is COP8. Then microchips is 12-bit and 14-bit control. We have like 12-bit instruction pick, then 14-bit instruction pick we have, then pick 16F84, then 16-bit instruction pick, then NEC. Then we have Motorola, and Motorola's 8-bit, 16-bit and 32-bit variants, like 68HC05, 68HC08, 68HC11. Then 16-bit variants 68HC12, 68HC16. Then 32-bit variant 683XX, like different variants we have. So these XX, in the sense it is going to vary based upon the different variant numbers. Then Texas Instruments, TMS370, MSP430. Then Zilog, we have Z8, Z86, So these are the different variants from different companies. So next we are going to compare some of the microcontroller with the 8051. So we are comparing these are the different MCS51 families controllers: 8031, 8051, 8052 and 8751. So we are going to compare with respect to ROM, RAM, timers, IO pins, serial ports and interrupt sources. So in case of the 8031, as you can see, there is no RAM, whereas in case of 8051 it's 4 kilobyte, for 8052 it's 8 kilobyte, for 8751 it's 4 kilobyte with a UE EEPROM. Whereas in case of RAM, for RAM, if you want to look into the RAM, 8031 has 128 byte, and similarly in case of 8051 also. Whereas in case of 8052 it is 256 bytes. So whereas 8751 has also same amount of RAM. Whereas in case of the 80 timers, for timers 8031 and 8051, 8751, all these three have two timers, whereas 8052 has only 3 timers. IO pins, so for all these families we will be having 32 pin IOs. Then serial port, so in all these MCS51 we have only one serial port. And for the interrupts, we can look, 8052 was only having 8 interrupt sources, whereas rest all are having only 6 interrupt sources. So next we are going to look into the architecture, that is how we'll be having the two different variants, that is Von Neumann architecture and Harvard architecture. So what is the main difference we'll be having in these both of the architecture? So in case of Von Neumann architecture, there will be only single memory available, where the program and the data will be dumped. Whereas in case of the Harvard architecture, we will be having the two different locations are the two different memory sections, where one section is meant for the program, and whereas another section is meant for the data. Then for these both of the memories, we will be having the separate address and the data bus available. So this is how um, we are going to handle we are going to have the WAN, Neumann and Harvard architecture for the microcontroller. So next things we are going to look into the next video. Thank you.